Hi everyone, this is the first product-centric video I'm making. Why? Because this product deserves a detailed analysis of should you invest, should you not invest. This is Oasis by Emaar. Let's get into it. What you're seeing here is 100 million square feet of pure luxury, just 3,100 units. What's the significance of this size and number? Let me explain you. Now here we have Emaar Oasis, 100 million square feet. If you just compare it to different locations of Dubai, let's compare it to Business Bay downtown. This is where I am right now. This is 46 million square feet. If I add downtown to it, it will become almost 66 million. Now, we know hundreds and thousands of people are living over there. Offices are here. We know the traffic. If we compare Oasis to another community of Emaar, which is Dubai Hills, this is 110 million square feet. In 110 million square feet today, as we speak, 24,000 families are living. Now here, 24,000, here, 3,100. That's the difference between the kind of luxury, the kind of exclusivity you will have in Emaar Oasis. Let's compare it to three communities of Dubai. Jumeirah Golf Estate, Barari, and Dubai Hills. Just to give you a perspective of why the prices go up in such communities like Barari, Jumeirah Golf Estate, or Dubai Hills. In here, we have just 1,800 units. But you have villas, you have townhouses, as well as apartments in here. Size of the community, 50 million square feet. So as you can see, 100 million, 3,100, 50 million, 1,800. Even Jumeirah Golf Estate is very exclusive as a community, and that's why we'll go to the prices section and we'll see the existing villas over there, what kind of prices those villas are fetching. That will give us a nice idea of the price at which you are buying today in Oasis. What will be the price of these villas once it will be ready? Now, 50 million square feet, 1,800 units. Barari, on the other hand, just 18 million square feet. How many units? Around 300 villas and 300 apartments. Again, we have apartments in here apart from the mansions and villas which we have in Barari. Very exclusive, but still there are apartments. In Oasis, only villas. The villas, the minimum plot of these villas in Oasis is 8,900. Another important point about the community, the FAR of Oasis is just 0.8. What does it mean? What it means is in 100 million square feet, the constructed space would be just 80 million. Now, the villas and the villas which we'll be talking about are ground, first and basement. What it means is all the villas will be using just 80 million square feet of constructed area. It means ground floor will be using almost 35 million, first floor will be using almost 35 million, and 10 million would be going into the basement. It means out of 100 million, only 35 million square feet is the constructed area. Rest everything is open. Now, let's take for example the 4-bedroom townhouse which is coming here. And let me show you a picture of the same. Now these villas which are coming in Emaar Oasis, these are obviously the 6 beds facing the lagoon, and the new cluster coming is a waterfront cluster. Let's take a villa which is behind. Let's say this is a 4-bedroom. Let's take for example, the plot is 9,000 square feet approx. In total, apart from the internal area, if we divide all the 3,100 units with 100 million square feet, each unit has around 28,000 square feet at their perusal. Now you can imagine, you have your house, you have internal huge area, almost 9,000 square feet, but overall in the community, one unit is taking just 28,000 square feet. Now, these 3,100 units, if we just see the master plan, there'll be numerous entry and exits. If we see the roads, what we have here is Sheikh Zayed bin Hamdan Al Nahyan. There'll be a metro station right here. This is Al Faya Road, nothing but an extension of Al Khail Road. We have Emirates Road, and then we have Al Yalais. All 4 sides. Now this is again a rarity. You don't get communities in Dubai wherein the community has 4 major roads all around them. What happens because of this? 3,100 houses, they'll never have issues which a lot of other communities face. Communities like Nashama. Obviously, we cannot compare Nashama to Oasis, but still these 3,100 residents will have easy entry and exit on all 4 sides. What has happened in Emaar Oasis till now, all of this what we are seeing has already been launched. There's Palmyra which was launched first, there was Mirage, there was Address Villas and Palace Villas. There has been branded launches happening in Oasis, and now this is what is being launched by Emaar. Now in this cluster again we'll have 4-bed, 5-bed and 6-bed mansions. All the units will come with basements. The starting plot size will be 9,000 square feet. Let's see what is happening with these 9,000 square feet houses in the existing communities, and we'll just talk about Barari, Jumeirah Golf State and Dubai Hill State. Now what you're seeing here, this is Jumeirah Golf State property finder listings of the existing villas over there. If you see the filter, I have put minimum area 8,000 square feet plot to 11,000 square feet plot. Let's see what the results are. As you can see, 8,577 square feet, priced at 26 million. Now these units don't even have a basement. Once we go down, 8,535 million. Now these villas either have golf view, park view or water view. Now Oasis units are having amazing water view for the bigger units, and the smaller units are again having access to all the Oasis. We go further down, you see 9,745 million. 9,700. Just keep seeing the sizes and the prices. The prices what we are seeing today in Emaar Oasis, the launch what is happening, the price should be around 14 million. That's the approximate price for the 4-bedroom having plot around 9,000 square feet. The prices what we are seeing here today, 8,500 square feet, 23 million. Now this gives you a proper idea of where the price would be in the future. If we take Dubai Hill State as an example, now this is DXB Interact data. This is live data of what kind of prices at which the transactions are happening today. Let's see. And again, now if we see the filter here, what I've used the same filter. The property size between 8,000 square feet to 11,500 square feet of plot. Let's see the transactions, what's happening in Dubai Hill State. Now the size is 8,400 square feet, whereas Oasis units 4 beds are 9,000 square feet. The built up is 7,000 square feet plus in Oasis. These ones are 5,500 because these units don't have basement. The price is 18 million, 22.5, 22.9, 21 million, and all the plots and built up are smaller than the Oasis unit. What it shows is, and let me tell you, in Dubai Hill State, 24,000 families are living. There are numerous apartments in Dubai Hill State, so you don't have that exclusivity of just 3,100 families living in 100 million square feet. Here you have not 3,100 but 24,000 people living. In fact, 24,000 families, almost more than 120,000 people living. Still, just see the prices. So you can imagine once Oasis is completely done in the next 4 to 5 years, what kind of pricing these units will fetch. Let's see another community. Now let's see Al Barari, another community which is very exclusive. Zal Mohammed Zal has developed a beautiful community. He himself lives there. Very exclusive, just around 300 units over there in terms of mansions. Let's see what's happening. Now I've put the same filter around 8,000 square feet plot to 11,500 square feet. Transactions happening at 55 million. Now this is 9,800, very similar to the plot size, where the built up is still much smaller than what we are getting in Oasis, but the price 24.8 million. Now this is DXB Interact data. This is live transactions happening in this community, 11,000 square feet, 18 million. Now again, these communities, Jumeirah Golf State, Al Barari, these are quite old communities. These are 2005, 2006, 2007, built in those times. So it's been almost 20 years. Projects, or I should say the villas which are upgraded, the prices are crazy high. Villas which are 15-year-old, not been touched, not been refurbished, not been upgraded, you can see lower prices in few of the transactions. But then again, 10,000 square feet, you have 45 million. If you see the transaction details, you can see it's 4,200 dirham per square feet kind of pricing. So now this brings me to the fact that where these prices can go. What's the future? What's the future of, let's say, this launch? Now today, if we are getting a 4-bedroom for around 14 million, 14.5 million, I'd say even 15 million, these units are priced today less than 2,000 dirham per square feet. Future, this has to be around 2,900 to 3,500 dirham per square feet. Why I'm saying this? In today Dubai, the most exclusive thing which you can demand is plot. There are no plots left. In fact, in such locations like Emaar Oasis, if I just take you to the location, now this is Emaar Oasis. Let's see what all will happen in this location. There's Makhtoum Airport which is coming. We are so close to the Expo. All the Fortune 500 companies are opening their offices there. Just to give you another perspective, there is Damat Lagoons here. This is 45 million square feet having 9,000 homes, 9,000 villas and townhouses, and they have multiple apartments in here. What else we have? We have Tilal Al Ghaf here. This is much smaller community. Units north of 3,500. What else do we have? There's another Emaar community. This is Grand Polo by Emaar. 5,600 homes in almost 56 million square feet. Now you are seeing this is 100 million, double of all these communities, but units just 3,100. And another special thing about the units over here, the 4 beds having 9,000 square feet, the internal area what is being used by these villas is just around 1/3 of the total plot. So let's say the plot is 9,000, only 3,000 is being used for the construction, so basement, ground and first, and rest is all open area. So even the houses, and let's see the houses, the livability index goes much higher because externally you have 28,500 square feet to use, and internally 2/3 of the area is open. So you can have your own swimming pool, you can have your own garden, or you can have a lot of different things in your plot. Now, I'll end it with a discussion as to what is an alternative investment. If you don't want to invest in Emaar Oasis, in spite of all these pointers, and if you just ask me what's an other option which you can go for, I would say previous clusters which have been launched in Emaar Oasis. Why? Palmyra, or other clusters which have been launched. I'll not talk about Palace and Address because the prices were anyways high, but the older clusters which were launched first or second, if you get a distressed deal, in the secondary market, because these units, there are some investors who are trying to flip it, right? Now, because they bought it at a lower price of around, let's say 8.59 million, maybe you can get a deal for 12.5 million. If you have the money, if you have around 6 to 7 million to shell out right up front, go for these deals, because obviously this is at a lower price than the new launch. But with the new launch, based on payment plan, you'll be only putting 20% every year. So you have time. So 60%, you will take almost 2 years, 3 years to pay that much amount. But in the previous clusters, if you go for a secondary deal, you'll have to shell out almost 60% right now. That's the kind of, you can say, the difference between buying directly from Emaar today or buying from a secondary investor. You'll be paying them some premium and paying a lot of amount upfront. Second option, the second alternative today in market, if somebody doesn't want to invest in Oasis, it's Palm Jumeirah. Now again, why? Because of the rarity, the kind of supply which you'll get here, you'll get nowhere. Palm Jumeirah is already saturated. We know the price per square feet for the ready units over here. Here still the prices are lower. This is 3 times of the existing Palm Jumeirah. So Palm Jumeirah, once it's done, and for this, I'll say take 7 to 8 years as a time horizon. For Oasis, your time horizon is shorter. But as an investment, and the entry ticket size is almost 26 million for the villas over here. But if somebody has 26 million, Palm Jumeirah is another great option to invest. So 2 options, 2 alternatives: either invest in the previous cluster, but you'll have to shell out almost 60% because Emaar allows reselling after 50, or one can go for Palm Jumeirah. I don't know, I'll not suggest so much about the apartments in Palm Jumeirah, but of course the villas and plots, it's a steal deal even today. Now, I'll close this by saying that Emaar will give around 5 to 10 days maximum for this launch. It's first come, first serve basis. The announcement has already been done. My name is Anurag. I'm CEO of Makhtoum Real Estate. If you want to have a further discussion on which unit we should go for in the cluster, and further discussion on why we should go for this cluster, there's a WhatsApp link I'm attaching here below the video. You can just click and we can start a conversation over there. And from there, we can take things forward. Thank you so much if you have stayed till now in the video, and see you soon in the next one. Thank you.